Greetings everyone, welcome to more Gold Silver Crystal Wi-Fi battles. This one is going to be an any match with that list that you know from my previous battle. So a quick glance at my team. I'm using a Delibird to set up spikes, basically. Then I have a Duck Trio, which is one of my fast guys, to basically outspeed and hit stuff as much damage as possible. Sneasel is another one of that fast guys, and he's going to be important in this match, as you're going to see. Then a Zoomeril is more defensive, but he has Belly Drum to go for a sweep when the opportunity arises. Then I have Mr. Mime, definitely one of the best pokes in this tier. He absorbs hits on the special side, hits on the special side, and can also set up screens, spread paralysis, etc. And then we have the Rapidash. This particular Rapidash is also one of my 3 fast guys, and he has double status in form of Hypnosis and Toxic, but I might change that in the future. It didn't work out as I expected. But yeah, that said, let's jump right into the battle. It's against Schogux. He's mostly known for 3rd generation battles, but he also is doing a good job in 2nd generation, so yeah, let's get into it. So here we go, battle against Schogux. So I'm leading off with my Delibird. He leads off with a Parasect, and I'm going to go for the spikes here because I figured he might want to switch out since he's weak to ice, but he actually stays in and goes for the Spore. I have the Miracle Berry though, so it's not much of a problem. And here I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam, just in case he wanted to over-predict again and staying in. But he brings in his own Delibird, so I could steal his leftovers, but I'm just going to go for the Rapidash because he's most likely going to go for a Spikes, so I can bring it in without suffering any damage as of yet. And I didn't over-predict here, I just go for the Fire Blast. In this match I play it pretty obvious for some reason. But anyways, I'm going to go for the Toxic Hit because I know Rock Slide is a 3-shot, but this Magcargo gets a critical hit. So that's pretty bad, because now my Rapidash is heavily crippled. It doesn't have much staying power now. So I thought, well, I'm gonna switch out. I want to preserve it. I can still survive one Spike switch in. So I go for the Duck Trio to take the incoming Rock Slide. I was kinda scared he would go for a Fire Blast, predicting my switch, but luckily it worked out. Now, since Magcargo is 4 times weak to ground, I thought he might switch out, so I'm just gonna go for the Substitute. And yes, he does. He brings in the Delibird to, predicting the Earthquake, but now I'm gonna go for the Rock Slide. 4 times, super effective against this guy, doesn't stand a chance, just went down. Now, he brings in his Parasect. Since I'm behind the sub, I have nothing to fear. Sludge Bomb does more damage to this Parasect because of more base power, plus the additional chance of poisoning, which didn't happen, unfortunately. And yeah, critical hit here on the hidden power didn't matter because Duck Trio has really weak defense, so yeah, it would break no matter what. Now I'm gonna go to Delibird, predicting another hidden power, and even if he went for Spore, I wouldn't mind to get Delibird sleep since he is the less important Pokemon at this point, my team, since spikes are already up. Now, once again, went straight for the Ice Beam, no predictions here. Magcargo comes back in, but thanks to spikes plus poison damage, and also this crit helped, he's now really a low amount of health. Now, I would go back to my Duck Trio again, predicting the Rock Slide, but just in case he would over-predict and go for a Fire Blast, since it's also super effective against the Delibird, I just went to Mr. Mime, and Magcargo's attack is really low, so even with Mr. Mime's low defense, he takes the Rock Slide pretty well. Now, I'm gonna go for the Psychic, because yeah, his Magcargo is on a range where another switch in will kill him, but he actually switches. But no problem, since the next time Magcargo comes in, he will go down to the Poison plus Spikes. Now he sets up a Light Screen with this Mr. Mime, and I'm going straight for the Thunder Wave. And having his Mr. Mime paralyzed really helps, since now all of my team outspeeds him. I thought bringing in my Rapidash as fodder actually. I didn't predict his Parasect to come in. I wanted to fodder it off and just go from there, but this works out for me. Now he brings in his Macargo as that fodder, so he can have a free switch into his Raticate. And oh boy, this Raticate gives me more problems than I thought. And I played a bit ballsy here. I should have just gone for a double edge after reviewing this battle, but at the time I thought, well, I'm just gonna try to sleep him, and if I didn't hit, it would be okay. But now, seeing that this Raticate is a threat, I should have just gone for the double edge. But anyway, here I made another stupid play. I went to the Delibird, and I didn't realize, or I didn't remember at the time that, yeah, Raticates can have substitute. And now he is behind the sub, he cannot be thieved, so I don't want this guy to become more of a threat than he already is. So yeah, just gotta break this up. Delibird has to go down, but at least Raticate is now exposed. Now I'm looking at my team. Mr. Mime gets outsped by Raticate. I checked it during the battle, I wasn't sure, but yeah. So I only have Doctrio and this fast as fuck, which is my Sneasel, as you're going to see later. So I decided let's just go for the Doctrio because Sneasel can be helpful against this Mr. Mime, since it's a dark type. And Earthquake is not doing enough. Luckily didn't get the Para with the Body Slam, otherwise I would be in big trouble. But now Doctrio has brought him into a range where he's in. My Sneasel can KO him, but I had to sacrifice like 3 Pokemon in the process, so that's pretty bad. Just wait for the turn, no predictions here. And yeah, Return hits everything on his team pretty well since his Macargo is already down. And this Parasect with helpless spikes is gonna get 2-shotted by Return at this range. So yeah, it looks pretty good. But there is still one Pokemon he didn't reveal, and he reveals now, which is this Hitmonchan. That's pretty bad. Since my Sneasel will go down to a high jump kick, and here he makes an excellent prediction and goes for the HP Ghost, predicting my Mr. Mime to come in. The switch was kind of obvious since, yeah, 4 times weak to fighting, but still, very nice prediction. I can't afford to predict here, go straight for the Psychic, and this Mr. Mime comes in. And here I don't know what I was thinking. I thought he was going for a light screen or some other things, but I bring in my Azumarill and he hits me with a T-Bolt. So essentially my strategy with Azumarill is ruined, since I cannot set up Belly Drum. But here, since there is a glitch in Gold Silver Crystal, where if you use Belly Drum while your HP is below 50%, a message appears that it failed, but you still get a boost in attack, a +2, it's like a Swords Dance. So that's why I went for the Belly Drum right there. And here he gets a critical hit with Thunderbolt, which means, okay, this Azumarill is done for. So I'm just going for a return, doing some damage. But here it gets fully para, which, well, it pays off for the critical hit. So I'm able to take down the Mr. Mime, but he has still this Raticate. This Raticate which will outspeed my Azumarill, of course, and take me out. So I'm now forced to bring in back my Sneasel, since Mr. Mime does not outspeed this Raticate. And I'm just going for return. But he switches to Hitmonchan, because Hitmonchan's purpose here is to take down this Sneasel, as Raticate can outspeed Mr. Mime. Here, I was like, okay, I need to hit this Dynamic Punch, otherwise I lose. And I fortunately hit him, and now I have to pray that he hits himself in confusion, and he does! Big Sneasel, you saved my life here. Because if I missed the Dynamic Punch, or if he didn't hit himself in confusion, I would lose, because I would bring Mr. Mime to take down his Hitmonchan, and then his Raticate would take me out at that range. So fortunately, Sneasel managed to hit that Dynamic Punch and get the confusion hack. So good game, Schogux. A really amazing and close game. Hope you all guys enjoyed as well. If you enjoyed, please you can leave a like to help this video get out of there. so more people know about second generation Wi-Fi. Also, leave your usual feedback in the comments. Just tell me what you think of the battle, eventual suggestion, criticism, anything. Everything is welcome. And I hope to see you in the next video. So take care of yourselves and peace.